Alexandra Bridge has been on my radar for a while. With the busy festive season, I was craving to carve out some time to 1, get away, and 2, finish planning my 2024 goals. With the weather said to hit 40 degrees this weekend, I decided on a solo camping mission to dive deep into journaling and planning my big goals for 2024. And what better way than to immerse myself in nature for a slow weekend in the bush, river swims, and finally visiting this amazing campsite. I arrived here around midday at Alexandra Bridge to snag a campsite. Checkout at this campsite is 11 AM, and I wanted to make sure I was able to get a site on this scorcher of a weekend. So unfortunately, you cannot book in advance here, and I always get really nervous rocking up to campsites without a booking in advance. Alright, stoked. I did manage to get a campsite at Alexandra Bridge. So I got site 6, which is small. Looks like it's a tent only site, but my neighbours are kind of close, so I hope I can still film some stuff, but we'll see how we go. As I explored the area, it was clear to me that it was a very family-friendly area, and indeed not really what I was craving. I was craving a quiet, secluded place to collect my thoughts and start diving into 2024 goals and planning. However, on further exploration, I finally managed to find a small, sandy, secluded beach on the banks of the Blackwood, away from the loud yet playful screams of the kids, to read a few pages of my book and collect my thoughts. Finally, a well-deserved dip, and a few wines was definitely due. This is Alexandra Bridge. So Alexandra Bridge is just near Augusta. It's just south of Margaret River, maybe about half an hour, and it is just such a beautiful campsite. It's right on the banks of the Blackwood River. And the Blackwood River kind of snakes all the way through the kind of like east of the wine region. So it goes from like Bridgetown or Nannup, somewhere around there, and then comes all the way down to Augusta, to the ocean. So the water's actually quite salty, but anyway, it's really beautiful. So this campsite is on the banks of the river. It's a great campsite if you want to come in summer, because at the end of the day, West Australia always has like a really windy kind of afternoon, so the ocean and the coastline isn't always so perfect in the afternoon. So this, or the river, any sort of river or lake, is such a great spot to come in summer, because then you can have a really nice calm evening or sunset like this one. So yes, if you are coming to visit the southwest, this is a great campsite. I would highly recommend it. Very peaceful, and just like I'm enjoying a peaceful camping weekend. The night fell still at about 8 PM, shortly after sunset, and to my surprise, a silence fell over the campgrounds as the kids went to sleep and tired parents retreated. The silence deafened the campground, which was actually a pleasant surprise. After a restless sleep due to some noisy possums and a very, very warm night, I rose early. I rose to the dead silence of the campground, which was so peaceful, and it honestly felt like I had the place all to myself. If you ask me, there is no better way to start the day. I mean, coffee, of course, but not just 1 but 2 morning dips and some breakfast with the locals. Yeah, down here in the morning at Alexandra Bridge is just gorgeous. There's all these little banks. It is the quietest campsite this morning I think I've ever been to. Cue the kid. Considering there's so many children around. Like yesterday afternoon, it was hectic, kids screaming, but they were having good times. That's okay. But yeah, this morning I was expecting it to be really noisy and kind of not as peaceful as it has been. But yes, I've definitely enjoyed a few morning dips because it's been really warm here, and I'm about ready to kind of pack up and get out of here. So if you did like this video, please give us a like and subscribe. Escape with Me is all about adventure, travel around Western Australia. I do a lot of solo adventures, and this is just one of them. Just a beautiful, peaceful camping weekend in the southwest forest of WA.